our net no so baby abefa nebia no Mahama State of the Nation address. Sembebre na no kikaye or share the actual state of Ghana's economy. Ne hawa. Nanado. My goodness.
I'm sad to report that the state of our nation is not good.
Ne speech ni na wanti na ye monitor fa wo asem no ba be kaye no at least how Ghana city na chena ya tokwa ba how o ba be fix Ghana.
I will fix the economic crisis confronting our country and reset it on a path of growth and prosperity.
Now me sure say so follow we no online I be who say here and there videos of time and on mobile back the Parliament House ho cars here back fire service Mahama how nante as a Roman son them all was good. I'm better now as Speaker of Parliament the dampen in Vobinu Bedi and then time so say Mahama ne kwa kasa Mahama koji stage. Mahama first statement to make here was kind of Oshedi NPP for the fact to say Ghanaians vote for NDC in Mahama or no heavily.
The good people of Ghana elected me to office with a historic electoral margin of nearly 1.7 million votes. For the National Democratic Congress NDC, that resounding victory is a selfless call to duty from a people who are tired of years of economic hardship and poor governance.
Now getting into the actual speech, right now, what the Flagstaff House and the Jubilee House and whatever they'll end up calling it, baby, on not better than staff is. With
the inauguration of the Council of State, we can begin appointing the staff of the presidency. I intend to significantly reduce the number of staff compared to what existed under previous administrations. I trust that this significant reduction to 60 ministers and deputy ministers, including regional ministers, will set the stage for further reductions in the size of future governments.
After everything, I can see Mahama de na o ye na kwakọ yes okay ministers no why any sister what so but the staffers ni de obetuma ni bebre so we are yet to see how we're going to turn it out.
The president says that he has delivered less ministers, but it is clear that his strategy is if less, more divide. You have appointed few ministers, but more and more and more presidential staffers and more committees.
And then what everyone was expecting to hear, Mahama straight out or say the state of the economy is not good.
I'm sad to report that the state of our nation is not good. Our economy is in crisis, and our people are suffering unprecedented hardships.
Na 3rd and 4th March, we hold a national dialogue we talk about the actual state of the economy. And then on 11th March, the finance minister, the budget for the 2025 year or the beba.
We will host a national economic dialogue on March 3rd and 4th. On March 11th, the Minister of Finance, on my behalf, will present the budget estimates for the financial year 2025 to this August House.
And Abusia figures Mahama de Mumaya in regards to how bad the economy is scary. But on the other side and the lifestyle city and push blame on any other person be or no can take the blame and fix the whole situation.
It is not my style to lament and shift blame when confronted with challenges.
Unlike Nanado, one cancer, but
my approach is to accept challenges and work hard to resolve them. Indeed, this is precisely what the people of Ghana elected me to do.
And one point to make it, and say, time on the new free office, I think 2017, or make it sure, say, the doom so situation in Ghana, you face lights off, and wouldn't do so, and doom so. Na a chat like or ND doom so and sana o free office they are buying action and Addo monsa.
Yesterday, February 26, 2025, marks exactly 10 years since I stood in this chamber at this very spot to declare my determination to fix Doomso, a legacy problem of power shortages. And Mr. Speaker, I fixed it. And I wish to place firmly on record that from January 2016 Until I handed over the administration of this country on January 7, 2017, there was no power rationing or load management in Ghana.
Now the same Parliament House on Obejina share Sabon so be fix the doom so situation, no. Now they say any dia waba say oba be share that exact same bonu BM said this time around, no, oba fix the Ghana's economy. I make sure say I reset Ghana.
I am moved to make a similar purposeful and bold declaration that I, John Dramani Mahama, I will fix the economic crisis confronting our country and reset it on a path of growth and prosperity.
This whole thing, you know, because that's a way they yeah, he didn't show up. He didn't show up because when he said some Mahama back for economy, one shall know a collapse in Tinani on Tinani if you know because man penny could walk rabbi, Nanado, what free up Murayado. Nanado show up. But again, and yet by 4 years and another show up, so you know it's all good.
I was aware that huge problems awaited me upon assumption of office, but nothing could prepare anyone for the reality of the debts to which our economy and our governance had sunk.
Mahama drop a this line be the mananadwa. Metina si share this am say Mahama he. Ya wo bebebe wa na ko betimi abu. But be obu ya odi twi nanado nenu nie.
Our elders say that a frog's true length can be ascertained only after it has died. Apotrowu ani ehu ne tenten.
Osisa apotrowu a eni ehu ne tenten.
Apotrowu ani ehu ne tenten.
Now, utie it just like that, I can say, oh, okay, just normal bebu. But you be to say me, ube breaking it down. Now let's break it down. Osisa apotrowu a eni ehu ne tenten.
Apotrowu ani ehu ne tenten.
In this case, Ronaldo na mamu a every one. Afe ni ebewu the state of Ghana actually. But nyanu ne hiame. The double entendre chassis no. Osi apotrowu a eni ehu ne tenten. Specifically. Nanado obi anim so ye short. Why any mass kingdom pen unim sa apotron so ye short.
Apotrowu ani ehu ne tenten.
Apotrowu ani betimi atwene mu hu se azabo no wa. Nanado afre akonwa mu ne betimi ageje hu se aza nanado ase Ghana.
Apotrowu ani ehu ne tenten.
Mahama ho a very tricky man. What this nanado style we have you? God Almighty, this is
Apotrowu ani ehu ne tenten.
But after Sabebu no and obechirem say right now Ghana economy no it's in a deep hole ankasa. Baby aye hye no enkoye.
After initial assessment of the books, we have discovered that our economic problems are much deeper than was previously known. We have inherited a country that is broken on many fronts.
Examples of mama ebini say during the negotiations with IMF, no, Ghana government at the time, MPP government, no, share IMF, but say Ghana inflation, almost the beba 18%. The current inflation on Babeto, so no, 23.8%, which is higher than Nyomu agree with even IMF.
After setting an inflation target of 18% by the end of 2024, the actual outturn was 23.8%, significantly higher than the threshold agreed with the IMF.
And yeah, no, ye Ghana cedi ni yenim say devalue. Yes, last year 2024 a devalue against the dollar no by 19 points. And the year before 2023 no a devalue by further 27.8%. That is just crazy.
The Ghana cedi continued its downward slide, losing 19% of its value against the dollar in 2024.
I don't see a cedi to dollar, not a 5, but right now, I'm say 15 was a 16.
It had already in the previous year lost 27.8% of its value.
Ghana, a public debt now, earning them 721 billion Ghana cedis.
In addition to the public debt, which amounts to a staggering 721 billion cedis,
ECG car or day. 68 billion Ghana cedis.
Several state-owned enterprises are also in debt, including the ECG, which owes 68 billion Ghana cedis.
Cocoa board cow money 32.5 billion Ghana cedis. Like the figures now, Mahama, man, they're not shouting out saying, no, this is just mad numbers, and especially with the cocoa board there. No?
Ghana Cocoa Board, the hope of cocoa farmers, is also highly indebted. Its balance sheet indicates a total debt of 32.5 billion Ghana cedis.
Ekuyafu edo cocoa, so what could be a hata cocoa penya? Nkwakurafo ne do cocoa because ombeti a chene ne yekan ka ho. So all these people now when say saka we nyina no, at the end of the day, they are going to end up paying for it, Charlie.
For every ton of cocoa delivered this year, in fulfillment of the rollover contracts, Cocoa Board and Ghanaian farmers are going to lose $4,000 in revenue.
But me the speech, but be a shocking me pan back here. The fact is, say Ghana a sinking fund. I say Ghana ye kaya dene ha we besi etu ane ne yeka ho. According to President MAHAMA, time na ono free office 2017, ne aban gu 2016. But free office 2017 no. Next guy was a sinking fund no. $250 million. That was when not dollars and I think 5 cities was the same.
Despite implementing what may be considered the most severe and distressing economic policy in the annals of the Fourth Republic, and I'm referring to the domestic debt exchange program. This is in stark contrast to our actions in 2017 before we left office, when we allocated $250 million to the sinking fund handed over to the incoming government to service debts, Ghana's debts.
So that $250 million, they buy right now, it's about almost $800 million. What you say? And no mujan wa futu say NPP for or my bayno. Or before you to Ghana ye kaede. NPP for right now free akunya so or more NDC MAHAMA abaso second term. Unim scale womb. God Almighty.
This fund shows a balance of only $64,000 in the dollar account.
$64,000. And not even $100,000. $64,000.
$64,000 in the dollar account.
And then almost the account of more 143 million cedis and so
and 143 million Ghana cedis in the CD account.
$64,000. You hold one name share for hearing here, me na Ghana be beer here. God, $64,000.
The repercussions of the accumulation of debt and economic mismanagement will require extensive work and sacrifice to repair.
Anything about the domestic debt exchange program, now very intimate to amount bondholders can. What you say? Because capital anyone would be here, and then still your amount will be more. They are trying to defend all these things.
When we were leaving power just last year, the economy, to a large extent, had been restored.
This, in my opinion, is just criminal. Whoever just say what mismanaging the funds, I'm a Ghana, ever be through saying that person needs serious jail time. And yeah, also within the next 4 years, or not buying was and you say Ghana or you 280 billion cedis just here to account.
In the next 4 years, our debt servicing will amount to 280 billion cedis. And this comprises of 150 billion for domestic debt and 130 billion in external debt servicing.
And we need that money, time on no office, 280 billion cedis.
Our catastrophic debt position has also severely impacted infrastructural projects that should have been completed.
So after the whole speech in NPP for I'm more talking about the fact is MAHAMA Basun and saying we borrow over 50 billion, whatever.
Within this shortest possible time, they have borrowed almost 59 billion Ghana cedis. Only in 50 days.
I'm saying, you guys left nothing for him to, manage the economy or the country with. Can you find a person come first camera me fix the economy? Uncle just can free Ibrahim Mahama. What are you guys talking about?
Less than 2 months, MAHAMA's administration has borrowed 59 billion, unprecedented.
Okonenim can be Ghana 55 projects. By not taking it on Ninja, pause it, store because Sky baby, it was a project and Sky be here to actually continue and finish those projects. $2.9 billion.
Currently, there are 55 stalled projects due to the default of debt and subsequent restructuring, with a total value of $2.95 billion not disbursed.
The state of the economy, no, abusia, is bad.
The stalling of these projects is expected to result in a cost overrun of about 15 billion cedis.
But a man for muto bonds in an washo mubo say obetuya obia sika man penny kurana aka oma we make sure so bia benya ni sika.
As we have done previously, we're also building buffers in the sinking fund and adopting prudent debt management practices to ensure prompt repayment of upcoming domestic and external debt maturities.
Now buying a crown worth 6 billion already in cash.
Government successfully honored the matured coupon payment of $6.081 billion in cash and $3.46 billion in kind, which was due in February 2025 to all domestic debt exchange program bondholders, fully paid.
We are doing the task at hand. When you know, obe make sure so obe fix the economy, obe reset Ghana, ama Ghana.
I urge my countrymen and women, business owners, and foreign investors to trust our competence in turning our economic fortunes around.
And about one Sunday can one shocking is a Ghana energy sector, baby, in your lights in a safe way. Levies are NPP government over their 80 years, taxes in the amounted to 45 billion cedis. But time we move through office as of December 2024, Naka ye DIS ye tuya 70 billion cedis. In this amount 45 billion cedis in taxes in the Listen
to this. Despite collecting over 45 billion cedis in energy sector levies, ESLA, over the last 8 years, the outgone administration has left the Ghanaian people with an energy sector burdened with a staggering debt of 70 billion cedis as of December 2024.
Mr. Mahama, pound for pound, no my uncle, not what you say, no. Otim can't say no. Now some of the MPs in our parliament house, no, was your macro mushroom. But talk about ways and means, now buying a better key on betting the abwa. Send a bear the economy to bounce back in the
Financial distress in the energy sector remains a significant obstacle to delivering consistent and affordable electricity to Ghanaians, and it poses an existential threat to our economy in general.
Should I better talk about some of the measures, Mahama in the ministries, Abusumade Basana Bay Elizabeth Miabwa, and then what the minority or Mokekaye afterwards.
The goal is prosperity for all, which must be shared and not the prerogative of a select few.
Tap send, then numero uno. Mobile app, Abusia betim just send this car command off for Ghana. So Italy, Germany, Europe, USA, even Dubai. Now person send this car the brand off for Ghana. App where so use to tap send. Apple App Store and Google Play Store na download right now for 2 phones. Because how they send this car command off for BR. Until we levy. Exchange rate in Wasro is fast, it's secure, it's all the good things and mouth trouble. Almost security a top notch. And I first time I could download the app now you see they send this car. Ubo code Magraheb Shema. Depending on baby I want you ever see a chowska. I'm at the ska was sending on. There was just only starting use to tap sender. Make conform our net. Even no more mobile wallet. I was your bet me load do no with ska. The times also I send this kind of command for Ghana. Na nyafe na be connected to bank. Dabi. Oh tap wallet no. The fast na is what send ko. Tap send the abusia. Minti can form enough. This a use tap send ya. Ko Apple App Store and Google Play Store na ko download no right now.
Tap send. Papa no.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for videos like this every day. Till we meet again abusia. Adios.